tour, so once again, if you have an emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or just can't wait to use the restroom, please let me know by pulling the red emergency cord above your head, and then I'll be back to assist you, but please remain seated. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that was a little stressful, right? Yeah. How about we take a detour? Just forget about that. Go somewhere nice and relaxing. Maybe the beach? Ooh, sounds nice. Now, lucky for us, there is a beach around property, so we don't have to go too far. Now, hear me out. It is Amity Island from the movie Jaws, which I know what you're thinking. Doesn't sound too relaxing. Didn't they have a shark over here? Don't worry, they caught the shark. The shark is hanging up right over there, so there's nothing to worry about. Jen and I have a really good friend. His name is George. He's actually a diver who works here in Amity Island, and he got us behind-the-scenes access inside today. So, thank you, George. What is that? Is that a fin in the water? Oh, looks like they caught the wrong shark. Again, well, as long as no one gets in the water and remains seated, we should be okay. That's George! Oh no! Everyone yell at him! Get him out of there! George! Just remembered that George brought a bunch of juice boxes down there. I guess they inspired it. We're gonna hide behind this dock, which looks super safe, by the way. We even put some bait in that white barrel, so let's hope he takes the bait. Oh, thank goodness he took the bait. Okay, he's gonna be too full now. Not gonna want us, so please don't panic. Excitement. I think I lost the shark. Has anyone seen the shark? Now listen, I heard a rumor, could be wrong, but I heard that if we clap loud enough for the shark, he might do a trick for us. So should we see if it works? Should we clap for him? Wow. You know, he's the only shark in the world that could do the backstroke. Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Very impressive. Now, our Amity Island attraction originally opened in 1976, so it opened the year after the film premiered. And it really has been a classic ever since then. But how about we go and visit our very first ever attraction? That's right. Here to welcome us is the Today Show co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968. Chance of rain. The flash flood.
This is the one I Well, thank you, Al. Now, the rain is being created using a highly complicated and just, oh boy, wildly technical system. You probably have never heard of them before. But they're called sprinklers. That's the part of the tour where you go, ooh, all right. Should we try it? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Ah! Everybody, I think that was too good. Oh no, we accidentally shook the ground so much that we broke the dam holding all the water. I think we created a flash flood. Let's give it up for our flash flood. Scene in the movie, Big Fat Liar. Check it out.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
So we're going to be kind of retracing our steps again, going back by that Amity Island attraction. Here to give you a little behind the scenes of the making that is the director of the film Jaws, Steven Spielberg.
The Jaws ride was
almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created.
So the Amity Island set was built specifically for the studio tour, for the attraction, but it has been used as a set over the years. In fact, it was used in all 12 seasons of the television series Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. You know, one of our neighborhoods is represented coming up over here off to your left-hand side. Just for our 60th anniversary, we have the Lion Estate signs for Back to the Future. Oh. Now, speaking of Steven Spielberg, he was an executive producer on that film. Now, before we made Academy Award-winning films with Steven Spielberg, the very first relationship that Universal and Steven Spielberg ever had was when he was a teenager taking the studio tour.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
Now here's a special treat over here on your left-hand side. You have some screen-used picture cars from movies like Jurassic World, The Flintstones. We also have some cars for the Fast and the Furious franchise. And from Transformers, my favorite Transformer, Bumblebee, is here. Aw, Bumblebee! You know, kind of seems like they're parked here like they're planning on spending the night at this motel. Is anybody going to tell them that it's the Nate's Motel?
Right there.
Alfred Hitchcock Psycho franchise? Probably not the best place to spend the night. What do you think, Jake? Yeah, sure, in a pinch it'll do. I hear they have vacancies, 12 to be exact.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Now, the Psycho House and the Bates Motel are some of our most iconic sets here on the backlot. Speaking of icons, I hear that Mother is still up there in the Psycho House if you wanted to wave and say hi to her. She's just up there rocking away in the second story. Bet you'll see her here in a second. Hi, Mother. How's it going? Now, from some of our most iconic sets to the most elaborate, welcome everyone to the plane crash site from Steven Spielberg's 2005 film War of the Worlds. Now, this is a pretty elaborate set as it features a real decommissioned plane, chopped into several key pieces and brought over here all the way from the Mojave Desert. If you want to see what this incredible site looks like on camera, just take a look on your screen.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steven.
We forget to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep listen to me. Listen now. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now, folks, this is a good time to let you know that we're about 15 minutes away from the end of the tour. So once again, if you have an emergency or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, just let me know by pulling the red emergency cord and I'll be back to assist you, but please remain seated. So we're now going to get a behind-the-scenes look at Jordan Peele's latest film, Nope. It's a sci-fi thriller starring Danny Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Yeun. We're going to be visiting the Jupiter's Claim sets. And here to welcome us is the director, writer, and producer of the movie Nope himself, Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This